Hey, my Sacred Amethyst family, and welcome home. Today I want to discuss with you guys spirit guides. A lot of people come to me and they go, Chris, I think my grandma's my spirit guide, I think my grandfather's my spirit guide, I think my mom, my dad, so on and so forth. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but no. Your spirit guide cannot be a loved one in the physical world as the time of you being in the physical world. The reason for that is because our spirit guides, first of all, their jobs are to guide you. And if you didn't have a spirit guide for the numerous amount of years that you were waiting for a loved one to pass away to become a guide, who was guiding you? A lot of people, when I go, oh, your spirit guide's name's Benjamin, Annalise, just names that are being told as during their readings, and they go, I don't know an Annalise. I don't know a Benjamin. Well, duh. You didn't see them yet. You haven't met them. You did, but on the other side, obviously. A spirit guide's job is to guide you, hence spirit guide. What happens is before you come to the physical world, into this lifetime to learn the lessons that you were meant to learn, you choose someone over there that went through the training to be a spirit guide. Your spirit guide knows more about you than you do. It's a strong connection between you and your spirit guide. It's that bond. I wish that I could tell you, oh yes, your mother is your spirit guide, your grandfather's your spirit guide, your grandmother's your spirit guide. But I can't. They, when they pass away, which we will discuss this a different time, but when they pass away, they can guide you, they can help you, but not like your spirit guide would. So before you come here, like I said, you choose who your spirit guide is. You pretty much sit down and you write down your life, which we'll discuss later too, of what you want to learn, what we're going to be working through, so on and so forth. And your spirit guide studies this. And what happens is they know everything that's about to happen before it happens for you to help you go through the situations in the guiding sense. A spirit guide does have to go through training on the other side. Apparently, it can take years. And like I said before, there is no time on the other side, but if there was, they would explain it as our time. So what I've heard is that a spirit guide can train to 400 to 700 years to become a spirit guide. And then you choose one of these people. A spirit guide tends to have an empathic connection with us. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people know that when you cross over your side, you only have two emotions, unconditional love and pure happiness. But a spirit guide has its toe dipped into our realm to help us understand more and to help them understand how we're feeling about this. So they do tend to have compassion about things that we go through because they are feeling our emotions, they are feeling our energy to see where we're going and how we want to go about things too. We do write a chart before coming to the physical world. And we do this because we want to learn from the situations. This chart is not written in stone. It can be modified, and our spirit guides can modify things that maybe we're going through too traumatically or too hard, or certain situations that are going to occur that won't be good for us. They can look at your chart, they can talk to the elders, God, and say, we need to kind of see what we can do here and prevent this because this is what's going to happen and it's not going to be very good for the soul or the body. And they can modify things in our charts to make things go in a certain way as we learn. I love my spirit guide. I have communicated with my spirit guide since the age of 4. Her name is Anna. I absolutely love her. She is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Even though we do get into arguments, because like I said before, I am a skeptic medium. So I do get into arguments with her once in a while until she can either prove or help me learn of what she wants to discuss or talk about. Which I do, which it's not like arguments saying, oh, this is a load of baloney. I pretty much go, you need to prove this to me because I am having a hard time understanding and concepting that it's real. So she does. We've been communicating since the age of 4. There was a period of time, which I'll talk about too, where I didn't want to talk to her. I was blocking her out. I was pretty much telling myself I was schizophrenic. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with you. You're a voice in my head. Finally, one day, she said, enough, Chris. You need to start listening to me to make things easier for you. Listen now. People tend to ask me all the time too, Christopher, is it hard to communicate with your spirit guide? Am I being guided? Am I being helped? Yes. First of all, no, it's not hard to connect with your spirit guide. It's actually very easy. You communicate. You'll get feelings, thoughts, voices, so on and so forth, that will kind of lead you into a different direction. That intuition that people feel, most likely 98% of the time, is your intuition of your spirit guide. It's sending you those feelings, those vibrations to help you through certain things in your life. One thing that I don't like is, well, I don't like, but I do understand, is a spirit guide cannot tell you about your life. They can help modify things, they can help guide you in certain areas, but they will not tell you about your own life. Anna tells me about everybody else's stuff. If they come in for a reading, Anna pretty much taps into their chart and gives me information of what's going to happen in their life, how things are going to work out, financially, relationship-wise, health-wise, so on and so forth. And I can get information just like that for anyone. But if I sit here and I go, Anna, I need some help. In a week, I need to see the outcome of this. Oh, you'll see it. It'll be okay. You'll be okay. That's all I get. Your spirit guide will never tell you, this is your life, this is the track you're going on, this is how it's going to be. And I have asked my spirit guide, I said, why? Why can't you just give me some insight for some things? Like, more than what you do give me, obviously. I love the fact that she does give me information just by the intuition and things like that. But why can't you give me more information than just that? And she explained to me, Chris, why would you want to come to the physical world to learn if I'm just going to sit here and tell you everything you're about to do in your life, where you can simply sit there and go, okay, I know this is going to happen, I know this is going to happen, I know this is going to happen. How are you going to learn from the experiences? Because then you're just going to put walls up, you're going to put barriers up, you're going to try to push things further, and you're going to try changing things and all of this stuff, which wouldn't be possible for us. So they don't tell us all that goes on in our life, but I can get any information for anybody else. Anna has explained to me a lot about how spirit guides are and how they look. I have read books on spirit guides too, and whenever I do read a book, you guys, I tend to say, okay, Anna, is this book accurate? Am I actually getting information the way I should through this book? Or is this something that is kind of just pulled out of thin air just to create a book? And she'll tell me what's right or what's wrong, which I absolutely love about her. And most of my information that I do get to either come from my spirit guide Anna or come from, I love Sylvia Browne. Everything I've read on Sylvia Browne, everything I've studied and everything like that too. And I have looked kind of deeper into certain things that she has said because I do like to understand things a little bit more. Because whenever I read something for Sylvia Browne, I'll be like, I don't know. And then I'll have to look more into it, or I'll have to ask my spirit guide about that. So a lot of my information that I do get is either from Sylvia Browne, my spirit guide, a few other things that I have studied and learned from things from just spirit, period. I do love my spirit guide. I do love Anna. She is the most amazing thing to me. I did meet her when I was 4. When I was 4 years old, my mother was in an abusive relationship where my father had her pinned down on the couch, screaming in her face. So I ran behind the other couch, crying. This woman appeared out of nowhere. She then said to me, Christopher, everything is about to change, just listen to me, and vanished. I then would just hear her voice in the back of my head. I have not heard her personally, or I have not seen her personally. I connect to her through feelings and emotions, and come to find out that was Anna. And she has been guiding me ever since. Like I said, there was a period of time where I wanted to block her out, where I didn't want to connect with her until she said, Christopher, enough. We need to listen. We need to go into this like this, because this will help you. Spirit guides are not aggressive. They're not angry. And if you flip out on your spirit guide going, I don't know what's going on, because you're having an emotional breakdown or not understanding things and you're kind of having all this human emotion, they kind of just sit back and relax and just go, breathe. It will be okay. You will get this. They can also send more angels our way. They can connect with our loved ones and say, okay, what can we do with this? Or can you go help them and talk to them? Maybe they can hear things differently from you or see things differently from you. But our spirit guides are mainly here to guide. Like I said, they're wonderful, wonderful souls on the other side. And yes, our spirit guides have been in a human form before. They have been here in the physical world numerous times. And what's funny is that most of you guys and myself either was a spirit guide before or is going to end up a spirit guide on the other side for somebody else. Could you imagine guiding someone, like helping someone through things just as a spirit guide would? I honestly tell my spirit guide, I'm not coming back here. You better just have me sign up right now to become a spirit guide, because I'd rather be a spirit guide than come back to this hellhole. So our spirit guides were here before. They do tend to be gorgeous souls over here. Over there on the other side. They usually wear white robes, that I heard. Sometimes they will be dressed in certain outfits that they felt comfortable in the physical world, but most of the time they will be wearing white robes. They do come through at a higher frequency, so sometimes when you hear chirping in your ear or ringing in your ear, that comes from your spirit guides. They will come through intuition, the gut feeling you get. They will come through visions, dreams to help you out. So there are numerous ways they will help guide you. So that is a little bit about spirit guides as of right now. Obviously, on every single topic, there is so much more that I can talk about and discuss about, but that's just a little bit. Remember, I'm Christopher Scott Stilson. I'm healing the world one spirit at a time. I love you all so much. Please go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. Love you all.